Alright, here we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, for those of you watching later on YouTube, and welcome to the live stream for those who are joining me live this morning. I have tweaked the settings in OBS, and the main setting I've tweaked is just to up the video bitrate. That should solve the 480p lock problem on the source, so please let me know if that's not the case. Otherwise, I am going to get started. And I know I'm starting a little bit earlier than advertised, but that's because I have a little bit of backtracking work to do relative to what we did in the last episode. Good morning, Nyron. It's nice to see you. Good to have you here. Why do I have advanced dehydration and starvation upon loading in? Just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I needed to bring a Deathclaw egg with me, assuming I forgot to, assuming I found one in one of the caves, which I believe that I did. Because we'll need it for a little minor side quest in Sloan. And apparently I need to restock on all of my standard aid items too. Oh yes, there's also no reason to bring the Paladin Toaster with me right now. I was thinking that I brought it with me initially because we're headed to Hidden Valley pretty soon, and I thought we were going to use it to fuck up the Brotherhood. Grunts, generics like I have with all the other factions, but then I remembered that Hidden Valley has a little bit of that same issue as, what am I thinking, as the ending of Honest Hearts did, and even if nobody sees you do it, and I guess it kind of makes sense with them, because, you know, there's only one outsider inside the bunker at any given time, they'll, the Brotherhood will freak out and come at you if you kill anybody, whether you do it from a nice hidden status or not. Good, I've got 2 Deathclaw eggs. So the main reason I came back here was just to grab one of those eggs and bring it with me for a minor quest in Sloan. Let me go ahead and refresh my well-rested status while we're at it, because we're going to do a lot of those little miscellaneous chore-type things in Sloan that get us a little bit of experience. We're still at 480. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let me look right quick, but I don't know off the top of my head what else I could do. So let me do some more research on that before the next episode. I'd like to just keep playing for now. So from the Yangtze Memorial, over there is probably just coyotes, which aren't and I think over here is rad scorpions. None of those things are really worth the effort to. Well, the rad scorpions are. Just kidding. Coyotes aren't really worth the effort to hunt down, but rad scorpions are. Discord server's getting bigger. I know, Nyron. It's fun, isn't it? I'm glad you had me create that. Yeah, there we go. Good morning, Tim. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything of consequence. I just did a little yammering, and we went back to... We fast traveled back to Novak to retrieve a Deathclaw egg for a little miscellaneous quest once we get to Sloan. Because I already had 2 eggs from the various Deathclaw encounters that we had accomplished prior to this point. Alright, that'll do for now. So let's head back to the Yangtze Memorial. Actually, let me check on my... Yeah, stream's nice and healthy. Yeah, the stream is now, like, having a pretty consistent bitrate output of 2000, which should be enough to raise the resolution. So I honestly don't know why we're still locked at 480p. I thought it was because my bitrate output was set too low, but apparently that's not the case. So I'm going to have to do some more research to figure out why that is. Yes, Tim, I'm heading to Sloan. So from the Yangtze Memorial to get to Sloan, the easiest thing is just to head east over here. Don't swing up into Quarry Junction unless you want to get bum rushed by Deathclaws. Just head over toward the road instead. Back here, I see powder gangers. We haven't dealt with powder gangers in a long time, have we? These are just coyotes. What's back here? Whatever it is, it's apparently not a threat. I mean, Nyron, you probably could punch scorpions if you wanted to. Might not turn out well, but you could do it. Oh, look, a food truck. Let's see if we can line it up and take that mud fruit. Swing back a little and kill off these powder gangers, mainly for the karma boost. Good morning, Lewis. It's great to see you. Thank you for joining. I know we started a little earlier than advertised, but that's because I had to do a little bit of backtracking. For those who didn't see the very beginning, other than just punching some generic critters between Yangtze Memorial and the road here, we backtracked to Novak and grabbed a... Oh, these guys are hostile. Why they're hostile when the other ones weren't, I don't know, but... Need to be careful about that. Anyway, we ran back there to grab a Deathclaw egg. We had 2 sitting in our stash from our various encounters with Deathclaws prior to this. And we need 1 for a little miscellaneous quest in Sloan, so... See, these ones aren't hostile. I'm going to sneak up and murder them anyway. Well, they're a little out of the way, but there we go. Here's a nice way down.
Damn, running low on smokes again.
Little bit of a karma boost. Always welcome. Yeah, believe it or not, there are still moments in the game where we're going to need to be able to interact with powder gangers. We never found that cook guy, and he's in a vault holed up with another group of powder gangers that we haven't interacted with yet. And if we want to be able to have productive interactions with them and do their quests, I think my rep with them right now is sneering punk. Yeah. So I don't know why those guys are outright hostile, but I can't lose any more faction points with them, so I still need to avoid real head-to-head fights. Oh, look at that. No, Lewis, I have not cleared the quarry yet, and it's probably not going to happen today, because from Sloan, I'm actually headed over to Hidden Valley to start messing around with the Brotherhood of Steel. Nyron, it's a bit laggy. I just popped out and checked. There was a hiccup, but it should be back on track now. Alright. That's all the hostiles between here and Sloan, so let's get to full run speed and head on over.
Hold up. There are death claws all over the damn place north of here. I'd turn back if I were you. If you want to get to New Vegas, you're better off heading east from Prim and then looping north. It's a heck of a lot safer.
Where'd the death claws come from?
They moved into the quarry after the powder gangers came through and made off with most of our dynamite. We shut the quarry down while we waited for the NCR to get us some more blasting sticks, but now the death claws have shown up. The NCR's a no-show, and my men and I have got nothing to do but sit on our asses all day. It's damn frustrating.
Chomps, Lewis. Nyron, you're taking off? All right, well, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. We'll be streaming tomorrow morning like we normally do, and then I'm sure we'll get at least one in over the holiday weekend, if not more. So take care. Have a good day. See you soon. I could take care of your Deathclaw problem.
I don't know what it is about you, but I think you could actually pull it off. Deathclaws are tough bastards, but you might be even tougher. Nobody here is any use to you in a fight against Deathclaws, but take these medical supplies. You'll probably need them. To do the job right, you've got to get rid of the pack leaders, the Mother Deathclaw and the Deathclaw Alpha Male. Should run the rest of them off.
Tell me about the powder gangers. So he gives us 5 stim packs and 5 super stim packs.
There are a bunch of escaped cons from down south. The NCR was using them to maintain the railways as part of their sentence. I don't know who screwed up, but the powder gangers are loose. It was one group that attacked us and took our entire supply of dynamite.
Have you had problems with Deathclaws before?
We'd see them occasionally, but they didn't seem too keen on getting too close to the quarry. Not sure if it was the noise or all the workers. I can't believe that an entire pack moved into the quarry. I thought that kind of bad luck only happened in New Vegas.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay.
What is this place?
This is Sloan, a camp for us quarry workers. The actual quarry, Quarry Junction, is up the road north of here. The whole thing is an NCR operation. We make cement for the NCR using the limestone we dig out with dynamite and drag lines. Dirty work, but the pay's good. Wish we got paid in caps, though. Not a lot of merchants like taking NCR paper money.
What does the NCR need with the cement?
It all gets shipped by rail over towards Boulder City and Hoover Dam. The NCR is probably building fortifications with it all.
What's a drag line?
It's a big machine which moves rocks around, piles at a time. It's pre-war tech, so you need to thump it once in a while to keep it running.
You don't get paid in caps?
Nope. The NCR has been trying to switch over to using paper money, just like in the pre-war days. Trouble is that the exchange rates ain't exactly fair. For example, $100 in NCR money is valued at roughly half that in caps around here. Seems like a rotten deal for us, but work is work.
Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
You always wondered why Deathclaws were attracted to quarries. Yeah, they never really explain it. What can you tell me about New Vegas?
I've been there once, and I don't recommend it. It's just a way to burn through a month's pay in 5 minutes. I've seen a lot of folks come through here thinking they'll have the easy life once they get there. It never happens.
Oh, Tim, I'm sorry your internet sucks today.
If you insist on going north, don't be expecting a rescue when you get into trouble.
Goodbye, chomps. Alright, we've got some generic
Generator's
NPCs.
still not working. Big surprise.
Quarry workers are gonna get the usual. Generic treatment. Don't get confused and attack this mole rat, though. Her name is Snuffles, and she's actually friendly. How's it going? Your leg appears to be injured. Keeps freezing there, too. Oh, yeah. No, some of this is on, a little of this is on my end. Oh, well, shoot. That's because my phone is still running off the Wi-Fi. There we go. That should fix it. Let me know if it happens again. Thanks for the heads up, Lone Wonder. Your leg appears to be injured. Medicine 30. Clean the wound with antibiotics and expertly bind Snuffle's injured leg. Yay, Snuffles! Let's before we go into the actual town, such as it is, let's hit these 2 tables out here on the highway. For the pieces that are useful. Yeah, so up north of here you can start running into Deathclaws, so it's not a good idea. Alright, so there's not much to Sloan. There's a mess hall. Nuka-Colas. Anything in the back of this truck? No. There is a machine shop. An outhouse, that's always delightful. Looks like we can't get into... Oh, we can. There's a mining office, and next to it there's a generator. This generator would provide power to Quarry Junction if it were functional. Whoever assembled it had no idea what they were doing. Many parts are connected incorrectly or hooked up backwards. Someone with the proper knowledge could easily get the generator operational. Repair of 35 or greater required to fix the generator. So let's properly assemble it. Snuffles is a top-notch name for a mole rat. Yeah, it really is. Now, why they keep a little mole rat around here, I don't know, but alright. And the fourth and final building is a worker barracks. So, let's check these out. Oh, we got more generic quarry workers. Looks... one of them, at least, is getting out and about, so we'll punch him and deal with the others. Alright, that should be everybody. We got pulse grenades. The main thing in here is this copy of Dean's Electronics. Wait. Which is going to raise our repair skill by 4, up to a total of 78. Not bad. Let's see, no need for the harmonica, no need... well, I'll take the dino toys. They don't even weigh anything. There's also a copy of Duck and Cover, which will raise our explosives skill by 4 to a total of 74. So, 2 skill books in one generic little barracks is pretty damn good. So we'll take that wrench, take those chems, cigarettes, and camera. Pop this easy locked locker. First time you played, you just rolled straight up in Quarry Junction. Got murdered by the Death Claws. Well, I kind of learned my lesson from... because what I did was I headed north straight out of Good Springs and got bum rushed by all of the cazadors up there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Alright, that's it for the barracks. Oh yeah, oh there it is. Yeah, the cazadors north of Good Springs. Mistook them for bloat flies. I guess that's relatively easy to do, but oh, the pain. Okay, so that is very likely a death claw, but thankfully it's over one of those hills. Alright, let's head into the mining office. Which, if I remember right, is actually going to be empty. Glass pitchers are actually used to do mass water purifications. So don't cross wires and mistake them with drinking glasses, which are actually useless, even in terms of crafting. Glass pitchers are good. On hardcore mode, at least, when you really need those purified waters. Alright, back here, anything. Donation boxes. Filled with pre-war money. Are we to assume, then, that this was, in some way or another, a church before it became a mining office after the war? That doesn't make much sense in context. It looks like just another one of those shacks they slapped together after the apocalypse, but hey, I could be wrong. Alright, we've got an average locked safe up here. Hi, Cyclo. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Always a pleasure to have you. Take the carton of cigarettes. Loot the rest of this. I guess we're not getting that coffee mug. And these trunks are actually loaded with bottle caps for whatever reason. I don't think it's ever really explained why there's so many goodies here in Sloan, but it's alright. Let's check out the machine shop next. I guess we're just going clockwise. And last but not least, we have the mess hall. Hi, Revanche. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you having here. Tim, I have played both Fallout 1 and 2, yes. High sneak is pretty funny sometimes. When you've got low-level NPCs anyway. Like poor Jazz here. She's got strange meat pies. I wonder if that's just an oversight. Because we know what strange meat is, having played Fallout 3. I don't think there's any plot points to suggest that the people of Sloan are actually cannibals. So... I think they were just recycling assets without paying attention there, but... Good morning, Alexander. It's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Let's chat with Jazz now.
Let me ask you a question. What's the tastiest thing you've ever eaten?
Anything that wasn't made 200 years ago.
Yeah, can you believe some people still eat that stuff? Anyway, I've got this recipe for a Deathclaw omelet that I've been itching to try out. Trouble is, I need a Deathclaw egg. Kinda obvious, I suppose.
Note added. Wanted Deathclaw egg. Ah, yes.
All right. Do you need anything to eat or drink?
Yeah, Sloan Wonder the radio, thank you.
All right, then.
Thank you, thank you. So let's read the little note she gave us. Wanted, Deathclaw egg. Jazz Wilkins at Quarry Junction wants you to obtain a Deathclaw egg for her wasteland omelet recipe. The most likely location to find an egg is the Deathclaw nest at the nearby limestone quarry.
Hey there. What's new?
About that Deathclaw omelet recipe.
Yeah?
I got a Deathclaw egg for you. But let's not do that just yet. Where did you come up with this recipe?
My great-aunt Rose ran a bed and breakfast back in California, in a town called Modoc. She's the one who created the recipe in the first place. I don't know how she managed to get a hold of a female Deathclaw, but she kept it in a shed. Aunt Rose had a steady supply of eggs for her omelets. At least, she did until some stranger came along and killed the Deathclaw, shot it right in the eye.
That's something that you do in Fallout 2. It's a nice little nod to one of the older games. Where can I find a Deathclaw egg?
The quarry just north of here is full of Deathclaws, so there's bound to be an egg or two in there somewhere. Of course, a Deathclaw egg from anywhere will do. According to my Aunt Rose, those things have a ridiculously long shelf life.
What are you offering in exchange for a Deathclaw egg?
I don't have much in the way of money, but I'd be willing to share the secret of the recipe.
Let's talk about something
All
else.
right. Do you need anything to eat or drink?
I had some questions about this place.
Sure. What did you want to know?
You don't look like a quarry worker.
Oh, I'm not. I'm making my way to New Vegas. They say anything goes there. And best of all, the NCR can't mess it up for you. I'll get there eventually. I've heard that you can't even get into the Strip unless you're rich.
Are you from California?
Born and raised. Things back in California are better than they've ever been, according to my grandpa. The raiders are mostly gone now, and it's easy enough to get a job at one of the mills or farms. But now there's taxes and laws and other things. The NCR keeps things safe and orderly, but it's all very boring. So, I came out east, towards the frontier.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
About that recipe. I got a Deathclaw egg for you.
I can't believe you actually got one. Give me a bit to get the recipe set up, then talk to me again.
Deathclaw egg removed.
This is incredibly good. Here's your omelet, and the recipe if you ever want to make your own. It takes a bit of skill to get it tasting right.
Note added, recipes, Rose's Wasteland omelet. And we got a Wasteland omelet.
All right, then.
Goodbye. So let's check our note. Recipes, Rose's Wasteland omelet. This recipe allows you to make Rose's Wasteland omelet. Pretty straightforward. Alright. Now that we've done all the little things we can do in and around Sloan, let's talk to Chomps Lewis again. Well, first of all, there's one more generic quarry worker to stealth kill. Now that he's down, let's talk to Chomps again.
You need something?
I fixed Snuffles' leg.
I'd noticed Snuffles limping, but I didn't realize the problem was that serious. Thanks. That beast helps keep spirits up around here.
The MODOK Deathclaw scared the shit out of you. He believed it was a chicken. I had a hell of a time actually killing it when I played. I repaired your generator.
It's nice to see things going the way they're supposed to for a change. I'm going to pay you out of my own pocket for this one.
All right. Goodbye.
Yep.
Okay, so from here, I'm pretty close to needing to offload because I'm close to my carry weight, and believe me when I say that raiding Hidden Valley is going to require multiple trips in and out just to pick everything up. But we can get it on our map, and don't worry about this plethora of red hash marks. They're just bark scorpions.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so we've discovered Hidden Valley. I mean, bark scorpions are honestly so weak, I could probably just let Eddie and Veronica deal with them. But I do want to clear them out. That being said, there are some much tougher bad guys if we venture too far away from Hidden Valley itself, so it's pretty important to stick to the actual bunker area, or if memory serves, we can aggro super mutants and even I don't actually think you can aggro death claws from here, although I could be wrong. But there are 4 bunkers inside the valley. 3 of them are just generic and useless, and 1 of them is the entrance to the Brotherhood of Steel. And I actually can't remember off the top of my head which one is the Brotherhood bunker, but I'm going to try and explore the other 3 first. What's that? A Wanamingo? Oh god, yeah, I remember those things too. They were horrible. Just, like, damn near impossible
Still
to
nothing.
actually damage. Well, shoot, this might actually be the Brotherhood bunker. Hold on. You hear nothing. Hello? You hear nothing. Average locked door. Ah yes, 2 mini nukes in this one. Very easy to overlook. There's your first one.
Hi there. My name is April Mortimer. I monitored a communication earlier between you and someone with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Right. Followers of the Apocalypse would like to see Eddie to get access to the logs he has stored. Yes, the Wanamingo is a creature in Fallout 2 that's... I mean, didn't they later just come to be known as aliens or something like that? I just know it was a huge, huge pain in the ass to actually manage to damage them. Okay, this is just bark scorpions. Let's go kill them. Hi, Yorha. Thank you for joining, man. Or thanks for joining the stream, and thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I look like a total Chad, so you'll stay. You should have seen me a few days ago. I had a polo on, and they were making fun of me for it, so I actually, like, popped the collar and drank a Bud Light just to roll with it. And thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. This one's easy locked. There's 556 ammo in this one. And if you look over there, I can definitely see something else. I'm not sure if I'm actually supposed to be able to get to it or not, so before I start finagling. Let me quick save. There we go, 5mm rounds. Oh, I'm guessing I was supposed to be able to get to it. Assuming I can get out. Come on, dude. You can do it. If you got in, you can get out. It's my thoughts on the matter. Well, maybe not. Okay. And truth be told, I never use miniguns anyway, so I'll abandon that. I will take that bottle of wine. Alright, 2 more bunkers to check out. This is a frat boy safe area. Calling 5.56, 556, you're triggered. Well, no, I mean, there was a... the thing I was trying to jump to actually was a crate of 5mm. Revanche, I understand your point about 5.56. It's just, well, it's so much easier to just say 556. So is there a bark scorpion out there? Let's run it down right quick and see. Whatever it is, it's too far away. 2 bunkers left to check out. I believe the one over there is the actual Brotherhood bunker. This one we have to be careful of. There are grenade bouquets on the stairs. Virgin Let's Player versus Chad Completionist. Oh, man. Read journal. This location looks like it might make a good safe house. Warm, dry, and some sort of crazy natural phenomenon at night that should keep the predators away. I'd love to start getting set up, but there are a few nearby points of interest I need to gather intel on first. Not sure how long that'll take. And after yammering about them, I almost forgot the grenade bouquets. Let's disarm them, take the goodies with us. Can't remember... No, there isn't one at the top of the stairs. Okay, good. Alright, let me check this out. Hard locked door. Yeah, good. The one that's actually the Brotherhood bunker has a very hard lock on it, so... In here, there's another frag grenade to the left. If you sneak all the way over to the right, there's another mini nuke and a few ammo boxes. 5.56, and see, this is 5mm ammo. 5mm. That's what it says. And as I expected we would, we have hit our carry weight limit. Just in time to need to visit the Brotherhood. So let's make Eddie carry a little bit. And let's go offload. Then we'll come back and we will meet the Brotherhood of Steel. We've got about 45 minutes left to stream before work this morning, so should be able to make some progress on the Brotherhood front. when you were going through boot camp, a fellow recruit said 5.56 instead of 5.56 when referring to your M16s. It's a bad day after. Well, correct me. Feel free to correct me. It's 5.56.
Hey, need anything?
The
Sure.
correct phrasing. My resemblance to Matt LeBlanc is insane. Hey, I'll take that. Handsome but stupid, got laid all the time. Yeah, it works for me. And, let's see. Sell him the Abraxo, and it's like he can afford 1 carton of cigarettes. Gin bad.
Hey there. Need any? Sure.
Got a couple of others over here. Sell the rest of the cigarettes to him. Those are the main things I use to make caps. And now, should be able to take these back. It's funny you mentioned Joey Tribbiani. Actually, my wife and I just a couple of weeks ago we finished binge watching Friends on Netflix, and I had forgotten how funny that show was. Number one, but number two, all I could think of every time Matthew Perry was on screen was fucking Benny Gecko. Need more water. And pre-war money. Can use that for caps as well. Didn't mean to stash that. I like to carry 200 bullets, since ammunition does have weight, which is annoying. Fresh, well rested. Let's visit Cliff right quick, just to sell off that pre-war money and make a few more caps.
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
Well, and we'll head back to Hidden Valley now. You're correct. What we mostly say is 5.56. Okay. Well, let's not miss this hollowed out rock. I can live with 5.56. That's easy enough to say. Hey, St. Louis. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. The Rachel and Ross thing was too much. Oh yeah, no, I agree. It was stupid, but when it was not good at mixing in drama, but when the show just focused on being funny, it was fucking hilarious. My wife and I still say, pivot, pivot, pivot to each other whenever we're moving furniture. Hardcore too. Well, hardcore and very hard difficulty, if you want to know just how badass we are around here. Had to miss Monday's stream due to laggy internet. Well, that's too bad. Glad you're here now, though. St. Louis, always good to see you. Hey, Revanche, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. It's great to have you here. Alright, this one should be the Brotherhood. Veronica should just head to the intercom without any prompting from me. Yeah, there she goes.
I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Alright. In we go. Hidden Valley Bunker, level 1. St. Louis, you've had internet trouble lately. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hey, Ramos.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the 2nd level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
No, Revenge. I think he's, quest added. Still in the dark. I think he's talking about his internet. My internet's fine right now. Speak to Elder McNamara in the command room. Completed. There was a password. Speak to Knight Lorenzo in Hidden Valley about Eddie. Alright. Turret control terminal. Has a hard lock on it. Let's go ahead and hack it. Recognition. 3 out of 11. Recognition. That's only 1. That's not it. Recognition. That's only 1. That's not it. Recognition. That's not it. Recognition. That's 5. That's too many. That's not it. Recognition. That's too many. Recognition. That's not it. Recognition. That's not it. Recognition. That could be it. It is. Radioactive. East Coast has been having bad storms.
Looking sharp, Ramos.
Hey yourself, kiddo.
Now, Ramos's personal terminal has a very easy lock. Let's check it out, too. Probably not even necessary to hunt for the hidden command lines, but we'll do it anyway. Fork, 2 out of 4. Core, that's it. Welcome Paladin Ramos, displaying last 3 files accessed. Read Journal 651. Still no word from the missing patrols. I was beginning to get my hopes up that the Elder was close to ending the lockdown when they were sent out, but now... You wish you had your US internet back? That is funny. It must be particularly terrible in Japan. Read Journal 652. We talk a lot of smack about Comcast around here because they sometimes fuck up my weekend streams. Read Journal 652. A few of our best men headed out around the same time as the patrols without my knowing about it. When I asked the Elder, he said they were on an important mission. Too important to tell his chief of security about? Something's up. Read Journal 653. People are really starting to get antsy around here. I've had to break up 3 fights this week alone. If the lockdown continues for much longer, hold that thought. I've got Veronica and a stranger approaching the outer door. She's not scheduled back yet, but that's never stopped her before, I suppose. And let's talk to Ramos.
Oh, hey there. Something I can help you with?
So you're head of security?
That's right. Nothing gets in or out of here without me knowing it.
What exactly are the rules regarding entering and leaving?
Under the lockdown, only essential personnel are permitted to enter or leave. That includes supply runners and high-security patrols. All other personnel are forbidden to leave, and any personnel that were out there when the lockdown was enacted are forbidden from returning.
I had other questions.
Fine by me.
I need to get going.
Bye.
Yeah, that's enough for him. South Korea has some of the top internet. I wish I had better internet. I mean, I've got as good as I can possibly have, but I'm in a Comcast monopoly area, and my neighborhood's on a shared loop. So if too many people get on at once, I'm just screwed, and there's not really anything I can do about it. Inaccessible door. So Hidden Valley's kind of interesting. You'll notice there's like a tunnel underneath me that I can just as easily access. Turrets everywhere. So we need to explore both levels, the top and bottom. We'll start with the top. You'd think there'd be lots of awesome shit in these Brotherhood footlockers, but apart from energy cell, or from energy weapon ammunition, there's really not. That being said, I'm not going to complain about a bunch of energy weapon ammunition. Not that I use a lot of energy weapons, but it's alright. Laser pistols, lockers along the wall. Alright, cool. So, left or right? So, like I said, although I normally assassinate generics, I'm not going to do that here because it'll turn the whole place hostile. So, conductor and a sensor module, sure, why not? I think that's just target practice. Nobody's hostile. It's nothing to worry about. They do have clean water in here, so take the opportunity to hydrate without wasting purified waters. So there's an entrance down to the lower level, but I'll ignore that for now. Here's another barracks. All those lockers are empty. Alright.
Now, who can tell me the primary components of gunpowder?
Here's a classroom with a teacher who is literally lecturing to an empty room. If that's not... I mean, that's not peak New Vegas, but that's pretty New Vegas. I feel like that he's definitely supposed to have
you bring your second
students
unit up
in
to
here.
provide covering fire, like so.
He's just a generic scribe. Empty classroom, good times. Alright, what's over here? Ah, bathrooms. Always good. The old habit from Fallout 3. Check all the toilet tanks. Nothing in these. I'm guessing one of these must be the ladies. Hard to tell which, though. There are no urinals on either side. And there's the door to level 2. Living in a bunker can make you go crazy. Yeah, lecturing to an empty room is pretty crazy. Okay, yeah, so we're back here now. Let's go this way. This should just be another entrance to a room we've already checked, so let's look at this one. Senior Scribe
Still
Schuler.
breaking hearts there, I see, Scribe Schuler.
Alright, let's hack this terminal. Apologize. Apologize was 1 of 9. Alright. Apologize. Okay, repairing is 3. Apologize is 1. Repairing. I-E-P-A-I-R-I-N-G. Nope, that's only 2. Okay. Had to look carefully at that one. Apologize. Repairing. That's too many. Apologize. Nope. Apologize. Repairing. That's it. Achievement unlocked. Hack the Mojave. Welcome, Schuler, displaying last 3 files accessed. You recently played What Remains of Edith Finch. I've heard of that game. Is it any good? Spent most of my teenage years in front of a computer in a small room. But I think having the option to leave is important, Lewis. Journal entry 1. It's been a hard day. I think I lost more than twice as many as I saved. At a gas, I'd say we've lost a little over half our number, and all for some broken down solar energy station that barely works. I think if Elder Elijah hadn't gone missing, I might have refused to treat him. Would have served the prick right. Edit. God, I haven't looked over these in a while. I remember writing this like it was yesterday. Who would have imagined I'd spend the next few years of my life trapped underground? Journal entry 260. Nothing much to report this week, just a few cases of mild respiratory problems. Come to think of it, there were a number of respiratory problems last week, too. I should talk to Lorenzo, maybe something's breaking down. And 261. Damn that Taggart. I got stuck scheduling the Junior Scribes' experiments again. It's bad enough that we're stuck down here with one another, but of all the Brotherhood Scribes in the waste, I get stuck with a lecherous scatterbrain for a boss. Perhaps Hardin is right. Maybe it is time for a change. Let's talk to her.
Hello, you must be the outsider everyone's talking about. I'm Linda Schuller. If you ever need medical attention, this is the place to come.
So you're a doctor?
Yes, I handle all medical needs in the bunker. If you're ever wounded, I can treat you. For a fee. Normally I'd just be the base's medical officer. But my other duties say otherwise.
You meant, what services can you perform?
We have equipment here to treat most physical injuries. Lacerations, broken bones, that sort of thing. We also carry a full supply of antitoxins. You may have noticed the bark scorpions up above. Though tiny, their venom packs quite a punch. Treating scorpion stings is my most common procedure. I can also treat any form of radiation sickness you pick up out in the waste. No matter what stage. Save the last.
You mentioned other duties you had?
I'm this bunker's head scribe in everything but name. I supervise the research teams. I collate the reports. I attend the meetings. But for reasons beyond me, that buffoon Taggart still gets the title. And don't get me started on that little pet of his. Everyone around here knows what's going on there but her.
Why not tell on him?
Oh, I tried. The Elder listened patiently to my carefully constructed argument regarding why the buffoon should lose his position. Then he just as patiently explained to me that Taggart's work was vital to our cause, and that he wasn't to be trifled with lesser matters. But vital to our cause? Hardly.
Okay.
If you wish.
Let's talk about something else.
Later.
That's it for her, so let's check out the rest of her office. bad we can't actually raid her first aid boxes, but, well, I guess we can't get any of that either, but... I got the important stuff at least. And one thing to make sure you don't miss. Inside her trash bin, of all things, is a copy of Nikola Tesla and You that's very easy to overlook. Raises energy weapons 72. Edith Finch has a 10 out of 10 on Steam as well. What kind of game is it? Is it like a point and click adventure, something like that? Alright, we've got a target range here. And this is the armory.
The bunker
Night
takes a little
Taurus.
getting used to, doesn't it? You must be the stranger I've been hearing about. Sorry, but I'm strictly forbidden from offering our tech to outsiders like yourself. Besides, I'm a little busy right now.
That's that. Alright. Time to explore the lower level before we zone change into level 2. As you can see, there's really just a whole nother set of basically everything. And we'll start out under... We can start out under Schuler's office. There's nothing. Let's play around under the target range and under the armory. That could be fun. I thought there were... Now, hold on. I could have sworn there's a locked door down there designed specifically to prevent me from doing this. Not that I mind. Got laser rifle and plasma rifles. I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to snag a T-45D power helmet. And I'm going to give it to Veronica as soon as I track her down again. The power armor she's already wearing is better. She's wearing a T-51B, and this stuff is T-45D. With power armor, at least, higher numbers are better, so we're going to leave her in the T-51B that we found at RepCon headquarters. But this...
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
This is definitely an upgrade from her combat helmet, so... I'm frankly not sure why this was open. But it was. And I'm not going to complain. Kind of point and click, it's really a game you play more for the story than full-blown gameplay. Well, I mean, hell, you know I don't mind that if it's... As long as the story is good. It's, I mean, you all know how I lost my shit over, Doki Doki Literature Club, of all things. Because it told a great story in a very cool way. And the gameplay was virtually non-existent. Can't miss these lockers either. Alright. Let's crawl back towards the entrance. Nothing over here. We've got several little several little bedrooms down here that were not, or did not have analogs up on the top level, so I don't think there's a whole lot to find, but we had better search them all. After you play it, the game just sticks with you in your mind. Alright, well, I'm very interested in that kind of thing. We might do that as one of our one of our weekend side plays. Thank you for the, thanks for alerting me to it, St. Louis. I'll check it out. Another terminal to hack. Violence. 1. V-I-O-L-E-N-C-E. No. Violence. That works, but it's not correct. It's also a one-letter match. Violence. Nope, it's 2. That's 1. D-W-E-L-L-E-R-S. Commands is 3. Okay. Violence, dwellers, and commands. That's got to be it. There we go. Welcome, Lorenzo. Displaying last 3 files accessed. Yes, Yorha. I've got all the DLCs. I've completed Honest Hearts. I'm using Salt Upon Wounds' helmet and power fist, and Joshua Graham's armor. Oh, yeah, Lewis had me covered. Journal entry 745. This is maddening. All of my research thus far points to a company called Poseidon Energy as having experimented far beyond the capabilities of our current power armor and weapons. It is possible they were behind the development of the equipment the Enclave used as well. Why then have we found numerous caches of military-grade equipment throughout the wastes and nothing from this company? 746. I have just discovered something horrifying. If my projections are right, we must... But I shouldn't get ahead of myself. The Elder will know what to do. He must. 747. The Elder has asked me to provide a list of possible locations for the components needed. Unfortunately, our reconnaissance of the area is lacking due to Elijah's insistence that we concentrate all efforts on Helios. Ibsen and I have managed to retrieve some information from the data store on sites of potential interest, but they are mostly military and industrial locations. If only I knew if there are other bunkers or even one of those old Robco vaults in the area. Okay. Yeah, see, there's my Honest Hearts gear. Nothing there yet. Let's check out these. Here's a dead end, and I think that's gonna just about do it for for the bottom level. I've got about 10 minutes left on stream, so I don't think I have time to clear out level 2, but we can at least talk to McNamara and get our plot advancement. So let's go do that. Oh, I wouldn't expect you to pay attention to my inventory, plus it's not like I've gotten into any fights yet or anything like that, so... Brotherhood Scribe. Oh yes, this irritating puzzle.
Takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?
Scribe Ibsen. Head Scribe Taggart. And we've got like some kind of big set of simulation pods. Self-destruct authorization terminal. Self-destruct terminal, very hard lock. Wonder if I can hack it without turning it on. I'll need a programmer's digest. Organization. Organization. Begin bunker self-destruct sequence. Yeah, I'll just take
How may I assist you?
I'll just take my experience points and go for now. Yeah, this is where Lorenzo is. Brotherhood Scribe.
You're being watched.
Hello,
So don't get any ideas.
Brotherhood of Steel Knight.
Hey,
So we got broken armor and helmets. I just want their scrap metal. Same thing over here with all these fun broken weapons. Hey, fish cake face. My very first cheer. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Oh,
Hey.
The bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?
little milestones. Very first cheer. Thank you so much for the bit, man. I appreciate it. Tool cabinet. No real use for a tire iron. I actually think I'm running low on time, so I think rather than talk to people, I'll focus on finishing looting with my remaining 7 minutes or so. And then we will, we'll talk to people tomorrow morning when I come back. So that's Elder McNamara. Apparently going back here is trespassing. Alright, so there's the T-45D, and a plasma rifle, and a plasma pistol, and a super sledge. I don't actually care about any of that, but... Well, I may have time to talk to McNamara. Let me see.
Aha!
Yeah, flip out on me for taking your pencil. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. I've still got 6 minutes and we've looted out everything I care about, so let's talk to McNamara after all.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
I'll help you.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently, and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Let's see, I'll begin looking immediately. I think I already found one of your patrols. Both paladins were dead. Surely you have people better suited to look for than me. I have better things to do. I think I already found one of your patrols. Both paladins were dead. They were the 2 that we found in Repcon headquarters.
While that is disheartening news, there remains hope that the other 2 patrols may still be found alive.
I'll begin looking immediately.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, Please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Alright. Completed. Speak to Elder McNamara. Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at Repcon HQ and retrieve their mission holotape. That one's already done. Find the missing patrol at Nellis Air Force Base and retrieve their mission holotape. Find the patrol at Black Mountain and retrieve their mission holotape. This one's kind of fun because it just points you to several big side
Found
areas.
the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
No, I've only found one of them so far. Both paladins were dead.
While that is... See me.
And?
Found the missing patrols?
I was hoping to speak to you about other matters.
I can spare a little time. What did you want to talk about?
Tell me about the lockdown.
It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them, and we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all.
How do you get supplies?
We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection.
What is with that crazy sandstorm on the surface?
That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe.
See you later.
Bye.
Alright, I still have a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and talk to Hardin as well. Then we're really gonna end. Assuming I can find the guy. Where the hell did he go? Okay, what now? Hold on. There's no way he could have left this area, is there? No, that's gotta be him. Did he clip through the floor or something? Hey, fish cake! Thank you for the bits, man. I really appreciate that. Where the hell did Hardin go? All right, hold on. Let me make sure I don't have some kind of freaky clipping bug going on. No, looks okay. Well, I guess he'll just show back up whenever he feels like it. Yeah, thank you so much for those bits, fish cake. Oh, there he is.
You're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
McNamara seems polite. Yeah, I like McNamara. Hardin, sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
Let's see. What about Veronica? She seems to come and go as she pleases.
Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies. If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well. And all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him.
Have you tried bringing this up with the Elder yourself?
Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced.
And I suppose you'd nominate yourself?
I would. I'm the senior-most paladin in the chapter, and have more combat experience than any 2 others here put together. I'd gladly support another candidate, but no one has the courage to step forward and make the attempt, so it falls to me. I would put this chapter back on the right path, if I could just assume leadership.
So, the only way... we'll humor him for now, but the only way to have the Brotherhood peacefully reconcile with any of the other factions is to keep Hardin in charge. If you actually help out Hardin and promote him, you'll ultimately wind up having to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel. So, how do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
Ghost Snake, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. We're about to wrap up for today, but we'll be back tomorrow morning. So thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What do I get out of helping you?
If I become Elder, the lockdown will be lifted, and we'll once again be able to send patrols out into the wastes. We'll become powerful again. And when that happens, it will be good to have the Brotherhood as an ally. Good enough?
I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there. What is it, Outsider? Have you discovered anything?
Optional. Help Hardin find a way to oust McNamara, talk to Ramos on Hardin's behalf, look at the Brotherhood's history files relating to Elders being dismissed from their positions. The Elder has me looking for the lost patrols and retrieving their mission discs.
Yes. I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know.
What do you think of the lockdown?
It's a travesty is what it is. Every second we sit on our hands down here is another second that we're not fulfilling our sworn duty.
Why do you dislike McNamara so much?
It's not that I dislike the Elder, but I strongly disapprove of his current style of leadership. We're safe, yes, but at what cost?
What would you do if you became Elder?
After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either.
Tell me about your last Elder.
Elijah was a strange one. His even becoming Elder was highly questionable, seeing as how he was a scribe. Typically, only paladins are eligible. But an exception was made in his case on account of him being a genius. Unfortunately, whatever scientific acumen he had didn't extend to tactics. Trying to defend Helios was a blunder of the worst kind, and many brothers lost their lives because of it. Many of the senior paladins, myself included, advised him to fight a retreating action, but he refused to budge. Said he almost had it working. We never did find out exactly what he was talking about. When the perimeter was finally overrun, the Elder had simply vanished.
So we have the option to bring the mission discs to Hardin instead of McNamara. Tell me about the battle at Helios.
Helios was the worst goddamn action I've seen in a long, long career of fighting.
And that's it. All right, time for me to go.
Later.
And with that, it is also time for me to go, folks. Thank you so much for those of you who have joined me live this morning. Thank you to my new followers and to Fishcake for the biddies. I really appreciate all of that. We will be back live tomorrow morning to continue playing New Vegas. For those of you who are watching later on YouTube, we thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoy it, please consider hitting like, share, subscribe. As always, any or all of those really help me out. And please consider joining us tomorrow morning or anytime on Twitch. Until then, thank you all so much. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for more New Vegas. Bye-bye.